Hey there, everybody. I'm back. Thank you so much. So many of you who know I took a family vacation to Italy, Rome, and beautiful time. So glad that we did it. Travel was, beautiful in terms of, no delays or anything like that, but long. I had planned to get on and do a political taping yesterday, Friday, and I got back Thursday, and man, was I just wiped out. So, taping this really early Saturday morning. I had planned to do a taping yesterday because it was the fullness of the Lionsgate portal, as many of you know. But that portal is still in effect. It went into effect the towards the end of July through August 12th, but the energy from that portal remains in place for quite some time. So I still feel like this is very much a timely reading. I just wanted to do it on the 8th, 8-8. So I'm sorry, you all. I was that time difference and jet lag was real. But today we are in the thick of the Lionsgate portal and we have the full moon in Aquarius. Wow. Like, just think about that combination for a moment, you all. The Lionsgate portal being this incredible once a year happening of, when during Leo season, when the veil between the cosmos and us here in this 3D realm is like super thin, like rice paper thin, right? And we have access to all of these downloads, light codes, as many of us here, access to our guides, our guidance, our dreams. I don't know about you all, but my dreams have just been like woo, 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 like cinematic. So we have all of this opportunity to really get information from and downloads from and feel that connection so real with our spirit guides and with the cosmos, with the universe, right? Coming with this full moon in Aquarius, which we know is so beautifully aligned with, on the one hand, individuality, which has a lot to do with Leo energy as well, showing up, shining, having your moment in the sun, deciding for yourself how you feel as an individual on this planet that is contributing to a collective, right? Thinking about Aquarius energy, one for all and all for one. But one way that we get that, one way that we have an impact collectively is that we each bring our gifts, our perspectives, our healing, our truths, our challenges, our wisdom. We bring that collectively, whether it's what we say to one another in our exchanges, in our own private time, our prayers, our journaling, etc. So this is truly a powerful, powerful time of the year that we're going through, and a powerful astrological event that we're going through. So I'm going to take the camera down in a moment. I've got four stacks in front of me. This is not my typical pick a card reading where I ask you to use your intuition to choose a pile. I actually am going to do this more astrologically this time. So I'm doing it by fire signs, earth signs, air signs, and water signs. So please cross check the piles according to your sun, moon, and rising signs. And for sure, you're going to get a message for yourselves. Hopefully, something that is not just using it in this moment, but that you can figure out how this is going to apply. I'm feeling a very strong pull as I was doing the work and doing the piles this morning, you all. This is between now and the end of the year. We are all, for a long time we were saying 2026 just felt like so far away. And now we're realizing it's right there. It's right around the corner. Things are lining up. It's going to be a really wild ride for us. But collectively, I know Spirit is just affirming, and confirming that we are becoming stronger as a collective and utilizing tools like this to stay focused and to recenter and reorient ourselves is like that's the ticket. That's what's up, you all. So thank you again. I appreciate you so very much. I can't tell you. I actually missed, exchanging here with you all. I really did. I was having a ball. I'm not, got pasta and olive oil and the wine, like not gonna play, was having a ball, but at the same time I missed this exchange, and this has become a really important part of my life. I hope it is for you all as well. That said, let's get to the table. If you are sensitive to movement, maybe look away for a moment. I'm going to put the camera angle down now. All right, here we go. Let's get it on the table. All right, there we go. Let me pull it in a little bit closer. All right. All right, you all. So I don't like that. Hold on. Look at me trying to be a little perfectionist here. Uh-oh. My camera just came out. There we go. All right, you all. So we've got 4 piles. And as I said, I'm doing it astrologically this time. So what we've got is got some beautiful gemstones here. We've got, uh-oh, scoot this over. I don't want the piles to get mixed up. Okay, so we've got, there we are. That's better. Got this beautiful yellow quartz representing sun signs. That's going to be the first pile. Actually, I'm going to go this direction. Somebody brought to my attention, and I'm glad you did. I'm looking at it one way, but the way you see it is the reverse. So this would actually look like pile number 1 for you. So let's do that. Pile number 1 is going to be air signs, and I've got this beautiful quartz crystal for air signs, right? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Pile number 2, I've got this beautiful smoky quartz earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. That's going to be pile number 2. Pile number 3, this nice chunk of celestite for water signs. Beautiful, right? That'll be pile number 3. And why not wind it up with all of this sun energy that we have right now available to us in this yellow quartz for our fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. And remember, you should double check and cross check these piles for your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, that's it. Let's move these babies over and get ready to go in. All right, let's push this one up. All right, and here we go, you all. So, pile number 1, Lionsgate portal. Set your intentions. Please take a couple of deep breaths to receive your messages. Lionsgate portal and a full moon in Aquarius. How you are showing up, how you're shining, what the spirit guides have to say to you to utilize, especially between now and the end of this year. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Let's push this over and let's see what came. And as you all know, if this is your first time landing on the channel with me, I do these pulls ahead of time because it saves a lot of time. I literally have 14 different decks here that I've pulled from. And so to save time with you watching me pull, I do it ahead of time before I start filming, but I don't see anything until I start to reveal to you. All right, let's see what came for you. We have the Hangman. It starts you off. Interesting. Ruled by Neptune. So a period of consideration, and also, you all, the Hangman represents a period of transcendence, which is really beautiful when you're thinking about a Lionsgate portal, having access to your guides, taking a moment to relax your spirit, relax your mind enough to receive guidance from the spirit realm. And we have it comes with an Ace of Pentacles. So there's some sort of reset for you all, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. There's a reset that's being offered to you here. And it's because this is coming Ace of Pentacles. We know aces are potential. This is a potential for gains financially. I'm going to put this up just a little bit more, you all. Hold on. Bear with me. Thank you. I think that's a little better. Okay. So this is regaining your health, regaining your finances, recentering how you do your work in the world, your physical and tangible aspects. We have the 8 of Wands that comes. So these are going to pick up pretty swiftly, and that's a beautiful sort of comparison here, because the Hangman sometimes makes us feel like things are going really slow, but that's really not the case. It's more about allowing yourself the space to receive from spirit, not being so reactive, but taking the time to really process and surrender to the new possibilities that are coming to you. But those possibilities are going to be coming in fast and furious, you all, with that 8 of Wands. We know that's things moving quickly, and lo and behold, your 4th tarot card, I have 4 tarot in each stack, you got the Empress. Now check it out. You just got that Ace of Pentacles. What does the Empress bring if not earthly delight? This is beautiful, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, because right off the top, before we even get to your oracle cards now, your tarot is saying, get ready. This Lionsgate portal and with this full moon in Aquarius is bringing you abundance. It is bringing you a period of fertility, and it's a reset. That ace, again, potential, it's a reset, and it just requires you to like let go of the reins a little bit, let go of the need for control a little bit. And if you are able to do that, it actually, instead of feeling like it's slowing things down with that hangman, it's actually going to speed things up the more you surrender to the process. Oh my God. And if we didn't just get confirmation, look at this, your oracle, look at that keyword, control. Is that not what we were just saying in regards to your tarot? And this is coming in Saturn in Capricorn in the 10th house. So, what 10th house? Your possessions, your job, your ambition, your career, your creature comforts, your home, your family, all of those things are in a phase of reset with that Empress energy. And the control is, sometimes we think that the more we do, the more control we have over what's happening, when in fact what spirit is saying here is the more we surrender to the wisdom that's being offered through this portal that's now open, right? The Lionsgate portal, that control, the ability to relinquish some of that control or the need for it is what speeds up the process. You have love is always hopeful, infinite, and divine, and worth the climb. Check that out. Love is infinite, divine, and worth the climb. Another symbol, worth the climb, that makes me think of this Saturn in Capricorn energy. The climb meaning the effort that you put through or put forward to build more in your life. The Empress, all of that fertility, all of that abundance. 8-8 portal manifestation. So for those of you who, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, again, this is our air signs. Those of you who are really working on your manifestation through your prayer, your journaling, your spell work, right? Plants just came to mind. Spirit just told me plants. Water your plants. If you don't really, I do not have a green thumb, you all, but it could be even just watering outside, watering the grass, taking a glass of water and pouring it at the base of a tree, right outside. You could even do it that way. But there's pouring into the earth, which then brings back things to you. You have solar flares activate that comes. This is, wow, this is really beautiful because we were talking about downloads. We know we're in Leo season. These solar flares are coming toward you and activating what has been or should be for right now a time of surrender. Surrendering to this version of yourself that your spirit guides want you to see, that allows you to manifest in ways that you didn't even realize was possible. Some of you are feeling like it's all in your hands, like it really depends on everything that you do in order to get things moving, activate solar flares. But the cosmos, your spirit guides are saying, if you just align yourself with us, if you'll trust us, that's the word I just heard. If you'll trust us, we can get the ball moving a lot faster than you think. And as a result, oh my gosh, I love the way your messages are unfolding today, air signs. Wow, look at that. Purpose. I'll tell you what. And I just noticed this too says solar cycles. You see that? Solar cycles. You just had those solar flares that came up for you. Sun energy is very important for you all air signs right now. All right. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's really important that you, wherever you are, I understand that not everybody lives in a sunny climate and maybe whatever the circumstances are. But even if you can have more access to the actual sun outdoors, 10 minutes a day, beautiful. If that's more challenging, then even just wearing, sunny jewelry or things that bring out, highlight the sun, citrine and carnelian, and things that make you feel really connected. I showed, I'll get to this later, but with the fire signs, but even that yellow quartz, like things that represent the sun jewelry, sun pendants, like radiating in that, because it's not just about you wearing it or absorbing that energy as an element of the sun, but it is also you aligning yourself with what they want to send to you through the energy of the sun. All right, I hope that makes sense. You have Go Wild, full moon in Leo, and this is Leo season. I love that. Go Wild. It's being fearless, understanding your purpose at this time, and being fearless in, because look, you had those solar flares activate with Go Wild. So it really is, this is an opportunity for you all. No limits is what I just heard. Like really allowing yourselves to dream the biggest dream. The Empress. Empress does not know a thing about lack, right? Doesn't know a thing about lack or limiting beliefs or the idea that something is just too big to occur. Not, it's like go wild and showing up in the way that Leo energy prompts you to do. All right? I follow the cycles of my body is a message that comes for you. So air signs, there's something about this sun energy also within your bodies, meaning it could be take more walks, moving your bodies more, getting your blood circulation going a little more. These are all things that will promote and connect you to the energy that your guides are trying to really pull through to you. There is there is also for some of you a need for rest. That control could be some of you are trying too hard, you're pushing yourself too hard, or you feel like you're on a clock, or some of you could be a little, there's some perfectionism in there where you're pushing yourself to do more or do it right, or just always thinking gotta get up, gotta go, gotta grind, gotta make it happen. And following the cycles of your body also means allowing yourself to rest, to relinquish that control, and in that way you are able to go wild. You're letting your body have this reset so that you can go wild and activate. All right? You have the goddess Demeter, the nurturer, who comes up. Notice how beautifully that coincides with honoring the cycles of your body and following the cycles of your body. Some of you are, I feel like for some of you, there's health issues, not even necessarily big ones. It could just be that you don't feel as strong as you used to. Maybe you're not as young as you used to be. Hey, welcome to the club, right? I'm with you. But there's something here where there's the act of nurturing your body, really being kind to yourself. Like when you drink that glass of juice or that green juice or orange juice or tea, when you drink, like see it as like literally nurturing your body, not just what you had a taste for or what you were in the mood for, but nurturing your body, going back to that Empress energy as well, right? Seeing yourself, your body, as this fertile ground that then is able to take action that moves you towards this bounty that's coming in for you with that Ace of Pentacles. You have a message here also that says you are never alone. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're never alone. You know, the obvious connection that I can feel with that is obviously some of you are feeling that way, right? And that relates to some of this control issues that we're seeing here, that perhaps you are in a stage of life where this bounty, this manifestation, it's on you. There is, you may feel like there's not the cooperation or support or partnership that you might want to build and grow and live a lifestyle that is mutually cooperative. But Spirit is saying you're not alone. You are never alone. And they want you to remember that. And I also think they just drew me back to this hangman card. That's also a part of the surrender, is to recognize that despite what circumstances may look like around you, right? What life may be showing up like in this present time, that you have a world of angels, ancestors, guides, and certainly source, God, goddess, however you relate, source energy around you at any given time. So you are never alone. You have we are nature, becoming grounded embodiment and living in connection. If that's not a tie to the Empress energy for you all. And again, going back to this earth energy, Ace of Pentacles. Nature is definitely, your guides are saying, the more you can tap into nature, it's not just about feeling the sun or the air and the trees and the flowers or whatever around you. It's more than that. It's also about seeing the divinity in those things. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's like the more you relax, hanged man, surrender, it it's almost like you will see yourself. Remember, full moon in Aquarius, all for one and one for all. Aquarius ruled by Uranus, this change and being adaptable and sometimes being a little rebellious, like willing to break strides and go into new territory, activate with those solar flares. That's something that a lot of you might not feel so comfortable doing because in some ways it requires that you give up control. But understanding you are only becoming, you're not losing control, you're becoming more connected to something you already are a part of. We are a part of nature. We are, in all of us, we have the Empress energy. You have delight that comes for you as an archetype. So going forward, Gemini, Libra, Aries, Aquarius, I'm sorry. This is really, I'm drawn back to your tarot here. Think about it. The Empress is full of delight. The delight of abundance, the delight of creativity, the delight of the arts and the beauty of the world, of nature. We are nature. And with that Ace of Pentacles, that delight is saying it's you're entering a period of time. This portal, this Lionsgate portal and this full moon in Aquarius for you all wants to bring you a sense of joy, really. Joy in having more and joy in feeling nurtured, joy in accepting and understanding and really adapting to your purpose and really being clear on it. And understanding that sometimes your purpose may shift and change a little bit as you grow older, as you mature, as you make adjustments in life. Okay. I have you're closing out each reading. I have an herb and a gemstone. Your herb is the mandrake root, and it says sensuality is the key word. The mandrake root. Now, notice you got that delight as your archetype. You have the Empress as one of your main focus catalyst cards in your reading. This is truly a time. So this mandrake root with sensuality, nurturing, that, getting a massage can be sensuality. Taking your time and really lotioning and moisturizing your body after a shower or a bath can be a form of sensuality. Lighting scented candles or lighting a candle for yourself while you're eating a meal is a form of sensuality. Thinking about that, all right? And your stone, look at that. You've got citrine. All of that sun energy, the solar flares, right, that we saw, all of the sun energy that's around you is meant to bring you delight. And citrine is a stone that will help you during this time. Wow. This was such a beautiful reading for you all. And I hope it resonates. You might have to look at it a couple of times, pick up more messages as you do. But truly, you are about to enter a beautiful time. It is going to require you to loosen up a little bit and allow yourself to receive the impulses. And going wild also is take a chance. Do something you don't typically do. Maybe you don't typically go walk out and stand in the sun with your eyes closed and your head up to the sky or something like that. Like maybe you feel a little strange or who's going to be looking at me, that kind of thing. But if you can do that, that citrine energy, it says, and I wanted to read that message, everything you can imagine is real. Going back to the Empress, isn't that what she does? She creates. And she has the power to create. You have the power to create. Total time of fertility, growth, abundance for you all. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Wow. That was simply divine. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, I'm going to move on now to pile number 2, the earth signs, that smoky quartz. And this will be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see what came. We have the Two of Wands right out the deck, your tarot, Two of Wands. So focused forward, beautiful energy around, no matter what happened prior to today or prior to since the last moon or the last Lionsgate portal last year, Two of Wands, focusing forward with the Four of Cups. Being reminded or reminding yourself, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, more about what's going right than potentially what could go wrong, or what, focusing on your blessings, because we know the Four of Cups is an interesting energy. It's not like anything's really wrong, but this, like, all the Three Cups sitting here is like, well, all of this has already happened and I've only got one cup left. How well am I going to do? How much more can I anticipate? It seems like so much time, and I'm feeling like for some of you this is age related or relationship or job related. It's something where you feel like so much has already passed that you almost, talk about focusing forward, you almost have lost track a little bit about how to focus forward, or what that even looks like. You have the Five of Swords, clarity, the need for clarity during this time. So this Lionsgate portal and full moon, your guides are saying they want to shed light for you. Notice that beautiful moth, this time of transformation. But this is a time of transforming your thought patterns around what's possible, around what the future could look like for you. Because look, you've got the Knight of Wands. And that's a beautiful energy in terms of promise, in terms of not necessarily knowing what everything is going to look like before you start taking actionable steps. Okay? It's like you don't have to have a blueprint in order to trust spirit and trust yourself to move toward a goal, even if you're not sure what that's going to look like, even if you're almost a little hesitant, wondering, is it going to be worth my effort or worth my time? Do I have a guarantee? Knight of Wands doesn't bring you a guarantee, but it says there is energy to be gained. There are benefits and blessings to be gained by making the effort. All right. And that's why you've got that Five of Swords, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, because as earth signs, there's a level of practicality. There's a level of A plus B gets you to C, or 1 + 1 = 2. There's a rationale here. And sometimes life doesn't play out that way. So there's a shift. You've got manipulation. Jupiter in, Jupiter in Scorpio. I had to turn it upside down so I could see it. Jupiter in Scorpio, manipulation. This is really interesting because I see this as your magic. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. There's a magic. Jupiter is growth. We know that Scorpio is about getting to the deeper truths and issues around what may be preventing that growth, what may have caused that Four of Cups kind of ho-hum sort of energy, because everything right now is taking you forward. The Lionsgate portal says it is a period of powerful manifestation, but for some of you, there's all of these conflicting thoughts, and It's not that it stops you from being able to manifest, but the Knight of Wands is saying you can do it faster and easier. Like what's they're telling me, work smarter, not harder. You have unconditional, the simplicity of loving connection. Hmm. The simplicity of a loving connection. What what brings you part of this clarity that you're going to get. You are going to get it because you're moving forward. That Two of Wands is recognizing who and what loves you unconditionally, not looking at where you have been judged or where you yourself may be judging yourself, right? Being hypercritical, because I'm keeping in mind too, we're in earth signs, and so Virgo is among that, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Sometimes there's a lot of achievement there. There's a lot of desire for achievement, desire for results. And as a result of that, you can lose touch sometimes with what comes to you with no requirements, doesn't care what you look like, what you have, what you've done, what your title is, how strong your spiritual, it doesn't care about any of that. Just loves you because you are you. This is also a message from your guides, from your ancestors, from your spirit team, that they want you to see this connection and see yourself almost as that childlike hand reaching for the doggy. All right. Wow, that is so. And look, you've even got debilitated discomfort. You've been going through it, earth signs. And not necessarily, what, like where things have been making absolutely wiping you out, but that debilitated thinking, going back to that Four of Cups, it feels like ultimately the message I'm getting here is there's a toll that life has taken in terms of all the experiences that you've had, and that's perfectly normal. We all go through that. But understanding that sometimes, when if you are debilitated, so that's why the Knight of Wands comes, because the Knight of Wands brings that energy to keep going, to stay focused forward. And recognizing that instead of push, 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 Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, get it done, get it done, get it done, work it out, make it happen, that can cause the discomfort. That can make you feel debilitated. And so recognizing that shifts you over. This is the manipulation, because it's saying you can manipulate the energy in your own life, in your own thought patterns, Five of Swords, directly manipulate that energy into more of, I am loved unconditionally. I am appreciated unconditionally. I don't have to do XYZ or be this, that, or the other to gain approval, to have manifestation, going back to that Lionsgate portal and manifest. I don't have to do all of that, because to try and go that route, satisfying everybody else's expectations, meeting everybody else's needs, over giving, over sharing, that's that debilitation. And why? Because here you go. Here comes this creation. All right. And that's what earth signs are so good at, because you get it done. So creation, I'm going to put that over here next to this Knight of Wands, because and actually, I'm going to move some things around here. I want that Two of Wands energy, because that's moving you forward to create with that Knight of Wands, the excitement around it, the energy to get up and get it going. You're going into a period of creation, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. That's what's happening. This Lionsgate portal and full moon in Aquarius is taking you into a period of the ideas to create, the ideas to focus forward, Two of Wands, to know where you want to go. Check out her little crystal ball there, right? Typically in a Two of Wands, you'll very often see someone holding a globe, like an earth, where to next, what next. You're creating and ready to go into a new chapter, point blank, period. Practice gratitude comes for you. That is such a beautiful confirmation when you have this unconditional love. Be grateful. is what Spirit is saying, for the fact that you are loved by them and you are loved as a divine human being, no matter what, point blank, period. You are loved. And as you practice gratitude, it takes you out of that Four of Cups energy of, you know, yeah, I did all of that, but look, look at what I have to show for it. Some of you are beating yourselves up because I'm looking at earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Some of you are beating yourselves up financially. It could be debt. It could be what you thought life was going to look like, what you thought you'd be able to do financially. But there's new creation that's coming. You just gotta decide and begin to see it for yourselves. And one way that you do that is to practice gratitude for all of the opportunities, no matter how it all turned out. Gratitude that you're still here to be able to move forward. All right. You have, through meditation, I see clearly beyond the veils of illusion. That brings me back again to that Five of Swords for you all, this clarity and this need for clarity. You know, earth signs, it's almost like some of you are, this Lionsgate portal and full moon in Aquarius is going to remind you of who you are, who you really are, and the power that you possess. Because some of you are, this illusion is what really grabbed me here. Beyond the veils of illusion. I see clearly through beyond the veils of illusion. Illusion can be where, again, you are not seeing yourself the way that Spirit sees you. Unconditional love, right? That you have the power, right? That Jupiter in Scorpio, you have the power to shift the lens through which you are viewing your lives. Really, you have the power to do that. And in this card, it says through meditation, you can see clearly. Remembering too that meditation isn't always about having to sit still and, get into this really tranquil state. You can meditate while walking. You can meditate while dancing. You can meditate while listening to music. You can meditate while doing something. You can meditate while cooking, washing dishes, doing laundry, folding clothes. Act and practice gratitude while you're doing those things, because you're energetically, you're due for a reset. You're due for a good download. Talk about the Lionsgate portal and being that time when the opening to Spirit is so wide open. You need that right now. I can see that in your energy pattern. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you need that infusion of divine energy. I just took a great big gulp of coffee. I don't know if that was divine energy, but it sure is tasting good. Okay. You have the goddess Freya that comes for you. Radical acceptance. Oh my gosh. Radical acceptance of yourself as you are. No matter what has already occurred, no matter what stage of life you're in, unconditionally accepting yourself. No excuses, no comparisons to anybody else, what somebody else has managed to accomplish or have or do, none of that. It is radical acceptance of yourself and seeing the divinity in that. Oh my gosh, you all know I don't see these cards and I don't even look because I got to stay focused here. I don't look till I'm ready to pull the next one. Check it out. Appreciate your talents. Boom, right? Man, I hope you feel that. Appreciate your talents. Practicing gratitude. You got it? Some of you, this illusion, the veil of illusion that they were talking about over here, the guides are talking about, some of you got, people did a number on you. I don't know whether this was through relationships, through intimate relationships, family dynamic, job situations, career, but some of you really got done a number on in terms of feeling less than. which would contribute to that Four of Cups energy, feeling less than to a point that you sometimes you don't know what to believe. Five of Swords. You don't know who to believe. Sometimes you don't even know if you can trust yourself. Radical acceptance and appreciate your talents. Because looking for it outside of yourself leads to that debilitation. And so we go back to that power of manipulation. You've got the hope to reorient your will and decide, wait a minute. I'm ready to create. I'm ready to create through radical acceptance of my own talents and gifts, regardless to what anybody else has to say or do or thinks. You have the Holy Grail here. Stop the endless searching. Stop the endless searching, inner quest. You are your own authority. They're telling me lay that right over there next to that Five of Swords. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you are your own authority. And this portal, this Lion's Gate portal and full moon in Aquarius is bringing you energy, is trying to pour energy into you to see yourselves as completely worthy of the unconditional love that already exists from Spirit's perspective. If you saw yourself through the eyes of Spirit, not through the eyes of man, not through the eyes of society, what would you see? How would you define yourself? Creation. There's a synergy. This is your archetype card, meaning this is the card that in this reading Spirit wants you to walk away with and see yourself as an archetype. And your archetype is synergy. So how do you utilize your experience, your life experience, to create more synergy with your true authentic self, to create more synergy with your gifts and talents, and therefore utilize them, and also feeling like you have synergy with the world around you, rather than feeling like it's you. I don't want to say against the world, but it's your version of you, the world's version of you or life, and then you trying to put all of that together. That's that Holy Grail. Stop that. What did it say? What was that message there? Stop the endless searching, because you already are. You don't have to search for what you already are. That's a message for some of you. It may not resonate with everyone, but for some of you, you don't have to search for what you already are. And you have the ability to create based on your talents, but you've forgotten them, or they've been downplayed. And so this radical self-acceptance allows you to get into a synergy with Spirit, so that going forward, out of this energy from the full moon and Lionsgate portal, you're ready to hit. That's how you get to that Two of Wands, where you have complete confidence. You can see what your next steps are, and you can be ready to go forward and create them without the doubt or the debilitation, feeling tired. Every time I try something, here's what happened. Every time I did this in the past, here's what happened. None of that. All right. And finally, last two cards for each pile. I pulled an herb and a gemstone to help you during this time. You have, I don't even know what this, I'm not familiar with it. I guess you can look it up. Jurgen Sacha Transfiguration. Jurgen Sacha Transfiguration. Where is the deck? Maybe I can find it really quick for you. Let me lay it down there. Let me see what it says. Number 22. Let's see. Number 22. All right. Oops. All right. It says transfiguration. It can indicate unforeseen change, transfiguration, poison transmuted, evil neutralized, rising from the ashes. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. So this is In the Amazon, it is used in many rituals of protection against all spiritual sicknesses. Wow. And protection against black magic. It's considered a neutralizer of any intended harm or intense evil. So, and it transmutes it or transfigurates it into more benevolent energy. All right, cool. So that's it. I want to hold it up again so you maybe can do your own research on it. But earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, whatever, like the past is the past, and you need something to boost your power, because this makes me go back to that debilitated card that you got, right? That message of debilitation and discomfort. There's a shield, and that's also manipulation, using roots, vegetables, diet, magic to shield yourself from any energy that you have taken on or taken in that has not served you. And that reminder that you clearly needed in your reading, that you are loved unconditionally, and this radical self-acceptance. There's a protection that your guides want to put around you right now, and it's not to cut you off or put up walls between you and the world around you, by no means, but it's also you taking charge and understanding that the judgment and some of the inner stuff that you accepted as truth because of what happened, it ain't the truth. You create your own truth. You move forward through that radical self-acceptance. And you have aragonite that comes as a stone that will be useful for you. And it's change. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Woo, that's not a great way to wind up your reading. Aragonite. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Radical self-acceptance. Appreciating your talents. Knowing who you are, earth signs. That's your ticket during this Lionsgate portal. That's the energy that Spirit wants to pour into you during this time, really and truly. All right? So that you can have synergy with them, with Spirit, and understanding who you are in all of your fullness, in all of your power. That other stuff that happened or whoever did it, nah, it's a time of change. Aragonite, it's a time of change. This Jurgon Sacha, it's a time of change and protection, and utilizing the forces of your spirits, your guides, your ancestors, your angels, the archangels, I'm even hearing, to shield you from negative thinking, from reminiscing too much on the past, so that you can, and all of this, stop what it says, stop the endless searching. You already are. You are the truth that you seek. You are the power that you seek. You are able to create that which you seek. All right, earth signs? Loved it. I hope that it resonated. I'd love to hear your feedback on that. And I wish you the absolute best. Okay. I'm going to move on now to pile number 3. And that is the water signs. This beautiful piece of celestite. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. Let's see what your tarot is. What comes for you? You got the 3 of Swords that starts out. So we got some healing going on. Lionsgate portal, things opening up to bring you that healing. Erase that doubt. Excuse me, that was my coffee cup. And lo and behold, you got the Strength card. Talk about the Lionsgate portal, right? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, talk about the Lionsgate portal. You've got the Strength card. So this is the strength to heal. It may even be the strength to heal others or to help others achieve and recognize their healing. You've got the 4 of Cups. Because there's the message that I just heard was there's a silver lining, and there's a reason for everything. So even, let me put that 4 of Cups over there, because there's the 4 of Cups can be, again, I got that in the last reading, is in the last pile as well for the earth signs. The 4 of Cups came. It's an interesting energy because it's It's not that things are crappy, but it's our perspective and our outlook emotionally on things, because it's cups, our outlook on things, and it'd be, could be better. Some of you have done a lot of healing work. Manifestation Lionsgate Portal. A lot of you have done a lot of healing work and a lot of effort you've put into manifestation with mixed results is what I'm getting. But look at this. Your fourth tarot. I've got 4 tarot in each pile. Is the 9 of Pentacles. That's growth. That's benefits. That's something demonstrable. Money, better health, opportunities that come through your courage and your willingness to continue to heal, to continue to see and recognize what needs to be healed, and shifting your perspective emotionally on what you see as your potential going forward. You've got a restlessness that comes for you. Wow. And this is Mercury in Aries. You're ready for a shift. You're ready for a change. And so the Lionsgate portal and this full moon in Aquarius is here for it. You're here for it, and it's here for it. I want to go deeper. Now I really want to see empathy. When we allow our compassion to inspire us, all things are possible. Now notice this comes in Cancer. This is a water sign pile. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Empathy. But I feel like this is you empathizing first and foremost with yourself. Notice the image of that fence, that chain link fence. And to me, that's representing, Spirit is saying, that could represent you feeling on the other side, like outside looking in on certain things. It goes so well. It blends so well with this 3 of Swords energy, because there's a been through it, and instead of feeling sad about it, having empathy around what you had to do to move past it, to heal, to put things in a different perspective. There's a beauty in this empathy. And the fence is, I think there's an awareness, because it's asking you, look at the dynamic again. Like, what are you really seeing? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What is it that you're really seeing as you review life? 4 of Cups, 3 of Swords. As you review life, you're ready. There's a restlessness that says, I've done the work, and I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to see the benefits from the work that I've done through that strength and that 9 of Pentacles. I'm ready to see the benefits. And lo and behold, if the benefits ain't coming, because look at you. You got Venus. Yes, indeed. You have Venus that has come. And it says, of course, beloved, with all of that bounty, with all of that love, with all of that creativity, with all of that beauty. This restlessness, I'm moving, and I'm feeling energetically, put it over here, because Spirit is saying you should feel restless. Okay, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you should feel restless right about now, because you're ready to let this go. Really, really let this go. You've recognized it. You've looked at it for what it is. You've examined it. I'm hearing some of you have actually gone through therapy, whatever form of therapy that is. Some of you have gone through therapy. You've done so much work, and there's all of these benefits from doing that work now that are coming for you and ready for you through the activation of this portal and the availability of this Lionsgate portal and full moon in Aquarius. One for all for one. Expanding your mind, expanding your horizons. Venus, beloved, beauty, honor, creation, abundance, love, love of self as well as love of others. That's very Aquarian energy as well. All right. Recovery. Oh, talk to me, Spirit. Or talk to us, I should say. Look at how powerful that image is. I just want to hold that up there for you. Next to this. Boom. I hope you receive that, because that's what your guides are saying. You are recovering from that sense of having to go over what has happened. getting through and basically moving past that sense of being isolated or on the other side, or nobody really understands completely what you've been through, right? You've got detoxify. All right now. And look, it comes full moon in Taurus, but that Taurus ruled by what? Venus. Detoxify. And detoxification is a form of healing, and it is a form of recovery. This is real. So on a very practical level, detox, green juice, watch your diet, shift your diet in some way, more water, exercising, detoxing psychically as well, watching your thoughts. You had that 4 cups, watching your feelings, because thoughts can contribute to feelings. So detoxing, what are you reading? What are you watching? What are you studying? Who are you talking to? Anything that pollutes, is the word they're giving me. Anything that pollutes your state of being or state of mind, because what that does, and see, that's why you've got that sense of restlessness, because Mercury in Aries says your thought process, your speech, what you want to do, Lionsgate portals, you want to move forward, but there's some still recovery going on there. There's some gunk, for lack of a better word. There's some gunk that's still hanging around the periphery, around the edges of you all, or some of you. All right. So get to what that detoxification is. It could be cleansing baths. It could be changing some things in your home. I'm hearing for some of you, move some furniture around, or change the artwork, or just something that reorients the energy. That is also detoxification. You have, I let the healing energy of my heart heal my body from any discomforts. Boom. There we go again. Healing, recovery. You see how I love when Spirit does this. I'm so honored, and I'm always humbled by the way that Spirit works and speaks to us. Because as you all know, this is 14 different decks that I pull from, and I don't know what's coming until we look together. But there's your message that keeps it unfolding. This is definitely detox, healing the heart being connected as well. That 4 cups, how you feel about your life, having empathy for yourself so that you can move forward. Because therapeutically, what I'm hearing is that therapeutically, what some of you have been doing is getting a lot of clarity around what has made you unhappy, or the trauma that you've had from the past, or the frustration that you've had around your life not going a certain way. But there's one thing to deal with recognition of a thing, and Spirit is saying there's another aspect of recovering from that, and so that you can move on. No longer so identifying with that it slows down your process of manifestation. The goddess that comes for you is Benzai Gen. And I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but check it out. Beauty. What is beauty if not Venus? You see that? Different decks. You know how we do. A lot of you would do well to check out your Venus placements if you're into astrology. And you know your charts, check out your Venus placements, because the planet Venus is definitely on you right now, with you closely. And your gateway forward, talking about the Lionsgate portal, your gateway forward has a lot to do with that Venusian energy. Arts, creativity, fertility, beauty, nurturing, detoxifying the foods, etc. All those things that you take. This says practice moderation. So some of you may have a tendency to go all in, and I know this is water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So it could be you tend to go all in on something. Maybe all in on love, all in on a job, all in on being of service to others, just giving it all, showing it, and moderation is where you take some of it back. That's your recovery. Some of you have poured out a little bit too much, and that's not a slam. Empathy will do that, but it's also having empathy now for yourself. I need to pull some of that back, and that's practicing the moderation. You've got codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. Talking about downloading the codes now during this Lionsgate portal, when the codes are more easily accessed, when we become more open to spirit through our dreams, through our intuition, through ideas that occur to us, through messages that sometimes come to us through other people. Your archetype is invention. What are you ready? How are you inventing yourself? What is this next version of yourself going to be? And that's where spirit wants your focus. That's what your guides are saying, is you are your own invention. What happened here, you have the power to invent what happens next. That's really, and it is a process of recovery. No problem. That is, but this invention is through seeing beauty, reminding yourself of what's beautiful, giving it, channeling that restlessness that you got, that Mercury in Aries, channeling that restlessness. Where do you want to go? What do you want to see? What do you need to be exposed to, especially in the arts and creativity, music, whatever expands your horizons? That brings you to the invention. It's time to reinvent yourself. All right. And finally, I've got two, an herb and a gemstone that will help you. Psilocybin comes and it says commune. Now I know, some of us are into that and some of us are not. Doesn't mean literally you have to go try it. I have to say, for entertainment purposes only, by all means, deal with your own truth. But even symbolically, you don't have to necessarily do the mushrooms unless that's your thing and you're into that. But also, this is indicating a different mindset. Like, how do you alter your mindset? How do you alter your state of being? And that could be through journaling, through meditation, through walking, moving meditation, through some sort of, through music where you have sort of a transcendent moment. But that's where it's important for you to transcend and commune with spirit, because that's what a lot of those ceremonies and use of those kinds of the mushrooms are about. It's really where you get those downloads, by communing with spirit and with your spirit team. And your gemstone that will help you is fluorite, victory. I came, I saw, I conquered. Wow, I love that for you. I came, I saw, I conquered. I became a new invention. You got it? All right, water signs. All right, now, that was really cool. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your feedback on that one. And finally, I'm going to move on now to the last pile, which is fire signs. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And we had that beautiful yellow quartz. Let's see what came for you during this Lionsgate portal and full moon in Aquarius. You've got the Three of Pentacles, your tarot coming out. What are you working on? Ready to collaborate, ready to get it done with the Empress, no less. All right, now, fire signs, I see you. Wow, how amazing is that? With the Lovers, each pile has 4 tarot to start out the reading. The Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune. Wait a minute. I just need a minute. Let me put these cards down for a second. Whoa. Like, I know if those of you who read tarot are probably saying the same thing, like, whoa. Okay, this is amazing. Because karmically, this indicates a new cycle. Like, talk about the portal being open, a new cycle of opportunities that where things just collaborate, like creativity. Notice the synchronicity of the threes there, the 3 represented by the Empress as well, with the Lovers, which is another card of union, meaning this collaboration. So you could be, this Lionsgate portal and full moon in Aquarius could be that you are, if you're not already experiencing this, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, there's an opportunity for you to link up with others who are really in union and harmony with you to help you go into this next cycle of life, to create good fortune and karma. Remembering, Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. Okay, fate, destiny, creating a more luscious and creative and bountiful. Talk about 8-8 Lionsgate portal being this powerful time of manifestation. Like boom, 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 boom. Like spirit is just coming out like pow. Have at it. Now I'm ready to go to your oracles. There's Saturn in Aries. There may be some risk involved in your first house. So the house of self, the house of perception. You may have to take a risk in linking, knowing who you can link up with, in allowing yourself to be open to love again, to loving what you do, to the pursuit of work that involves cooperation and mutual cooperation. There may be a little risk involved in that, but it's risk worth taking. And I love, even in this card, notice how the tree has the 3 branches on it. Makes me think of that 3 of Pentacles as well. 3, and that going back to the Empress. 3s are definitely a powerful number for you all in this reading, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. 3 years, 3 months, 3 days, 3 weeks, three people, 3 events, something around 3s. You have review. There is always more than one option. You know, what's interesting is that the Lover's card is also about choices and decisions. It's ruled by Gemini, and it is so you may be in a situation where you are thinking of doing something that involves others, that involves collaboration with others, moving forward in business or love or home or other situations that involves others. But and Spirit is just saying there's a period of review because it may feel a little risky to you. But look at all that promise. It's like you can make the right choices and those opportunities are being brought to you. And lo and behold, here's another relationship energy. You've got Libra that comes with balance. Okay? Fire signs. It's all there for you. Your growth, your abundance, your fertility, your ability to have more, experience more, appreciate more. And it is so around your relationships and your ability to achieve win-win scenarios, because I go back to the Lover's card as well. So who really aligns with you, because this is whatever you do during this time, it's going to have long-term consequences and impact with that Wheel of Fortune. And it is a part of your destiny, a part of your fate, and the choices that you make that help shape that. You have the center, the sun. Talk about all life-giving energy of the Lionsgate portal and the sun. And the sun being an energy that promotes growth. The center of the universe, the center of all that is, the life-giving force of all that is. You are being surrounded with that right now. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, like you, it is, the universe is just pouring it out on you. You have be real. There may be a temptation among some of you to get a little carried away. Almost like nothing can stop me now. Almost like I got this, things are going so well, almost a little innocence and naivete occasionally, where you can jump, I got this, like so much positivity, because we know Leo, Sag, Aries, you're fire signs, and you're naturally, get it done, gonna do it. It can be done. And that's beautiful, but there's still a little, like, that risk is and review is be real. Make sure that who you align with that balance, Libra energy, Three of Pentacles, and those who you align with really are going to serve long term. So it's not just about what you're feeling in the moment and getting carried away in the moment. It's about taking time to review it and say, okay, I can see how this feels right now. I can see how I can do this right now. But what's it going to look like 6 months, a year, 2 years down the line, right? That's because you want long-term growth. That's the center. You want everything to, it's almost like, imagine if the solar system were all the parts of your life, your career, your work, your home, your love life, your family, like all the different parts that need the energy of the sun, and you're that sun. You're in alignment with that sun. So you want to make sure, be real, be realistic even. My heart is open to receiving love. Yes, let's do that. Your heart is open to receiving love. Okay, so now from a romantic sense, going to back to the fact that you did get Libra and you have the Lovers and you have this work that can be done with the Empress ruled by Venus and the Wheel of Fortune, karma, destiny. You could meet somebody, or you could, if you're in a relationship and you need a little bit more from it, there could be opportunities to express that more, and being open to receiving love. Like really receiving the kind of love that you know you deserve, and recognizing in the energy of Leo, ruled, Leo the lion, the heart, right? That your heart is open to really receiving the life-giving type of love that you know you deserve. You've got the green Tara as a goddess who comes for you with salvation. There's a trust element there. A lot of you, again, I feel I'm going back to, they keep giving me the word innocence. A lot of you have been really, really trusting, and you've been trusting with your heart. And there's almost like, are you willing to take that risk again? Remember, we got that risk card. Are you willing to take that risk again? And Spirit is saying, just take your time and review. There's always more than one option. How do you want to go at it? How do you want to go about it? And being open, but also knowing this salvation feels like another person or another thing or a job or success will never be your salvation. Your connection to the divine is your salvation. And that's, I'm not using that word in a typical, religious sense. This is salvation, meaning where you feel safe, where you know beyond any reasonable or any unreasonable doubt that your soul, your fate, Wheel of Fortune is safe. Know your truth. Look at that. Confirmation with that be real. And we go to different decks. And Spirit gives the message, threads the message together through the different decks. Know your truth. That's why Spirit came with that review as well. Because again, some of you have been very trusting, very capable, and feeling like, well, even if something's not quite right, I'll figure out a way to fix it. Libra, balance, I'll figure out a way to negotiate. I'll do what needs to be done to work it out. Three of Pentacles. But you have to know your truth. You have to know what really works for you, because that's how you receive the love. If you're looking for someone to just come and love you, or a job or a career that just makes you feel like, oh, I love this. I finally have found doing what I love, or the person that I really love, the partner that I really am in sync with, the lovers that I'm in harmony with, that I can grow and create with, that Empress. In order to attract that, you have to know it for yourself. Right? That's what your guides are saying. You have plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, and grounded action. That ties back into that review. Spirit is saying, your guides are telling you, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, review your own really true needs and wants. Going back to your center and the sun, what really gives you life? What brings you to life? What propels you to want to go and create the Empress? You know, what makes you feel full and ready to move forward and feel connected to others? That Three of Pentacles. All right? Your archetype is competence. You are competent. And Spirit is reminding you of that, even when we just talked about that, know your truth. You are competent. And to the extent that sometimes we all doubt that, you know, we all think that there may be someone around us or with whom we need to work who is better, more equipped, more wise, whatever. But never downplay your competence at the expense of that. And that goes back to Libra and that balance as well, in relationships in particular, in fairness, in equanimity between you and whomever. Know who you are, know your truth, and stand up for your truth. Be real. All right. And finally, I have an herb that will help you and a gemstone that will help you at this time. And you have arnica as the herb, and it says it's a teacher. You might want to look that up if you're not familiar with it as a teacher. And you also have garnet that came, justice. Mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. And I love that as well because you got that Libra, which we know also it symbolically comes as justice. So garnet would be really helpful for you during this time. So this is, and also because this is for you overall, this is understanding who you are and your competence in relation to who you want to love, because this is definitely romantic for some of you. Getting grounded. Plant yourself here. No, because if you know your truth, you know what you stand for, you know what you're built on. You know your non-negotiables as well as your negotiables. That's where you are right now. That's what your guides have for you right now. There's so much love available to you. But and the way that you attract more of it and really take advantage of this is to understand and move into your fate, your purpose, your destiny. So high and so beautiful is to be real with yourself, to see your own competence, and to stand in your truth. All right? All right, everybody. I hope that was helpful. I would love to hear from you and hear how that resonated. And finally, I'm going to close out this reading. I will give you all the decks because I know a lot of you are readers and you enjoy knowing what the decks are. So let me get them going here. All right. We talked about that herbs. So I used the Herbal Astrology deck. I used messages from the guides. Goddess Power. Gemstone Whispers, of course. One of my favorites. The Law of Positivism. The Moonology Manifestation cards. Had to put that in there for the Lion's Portal, right? The Queen of the Sun Oracle. Had to put that in there, that sun energy. The Star Codes Astro deck. Many of you enjoy Marianne with Revealing Light. I have her Oracle deck. I use that today, the Revealing Light Oracle. The Oracle of the Radiant Sun. The Rose Oracle, one of Rebecca Campbell's decks. The Wisdom Keepers. This is where I pulled the archetypes. Wisdom Keepers deck. The two tarot decks that I used today were the Lumina Tarot. And finally, the Noble Moon Tarot. All right, you all. Thank you so much. I really, really hope these readings are helpful for you. I enjoy it. It takes a lot of work, but I really enjoy doing them. My soul is fed. I hope yours is as well, and I will talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.